Well, first of all, there was a good solid bunch of architects because it was not all that far after the war, and there were Jack Gilmore and Athol Bretnall and a whole bunch of people that were they got tuppence halfpenny, they got paid tuppence halfpenny for it, but it was the way that Charlie got the thing together. And Charlie and then I went to work for him for a couple of years before I went to Robin Gibson's office. Yeah. So, but it was all night time, so you had to work a full day, because in our day, right from the word go, we worked full time in an architect's office. Then you went to college down the road, at least you could park then, three nights a week and sometimes Saturdays, and then of course there's a 8-mile drive home to Aspley, so I'd eat up my heated up dinner and crash and be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do your college work before you went back to work.
Good, great dedication.
So the UQ course was a night course as well?
Well, no, the UQ course, for the last 3 years, because we got married with all the university blokes then. There was a bit of everything, I think, then. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so Cummings was the boss?
Yeah, boss. Yeah. And then Bruce Lucas was his offsider, and then who else did we had? We had Morris Hurst and his in the final year anyway, and his offsider. They're both English, and they really stirred the faculty up in.
Would that be John Hitch?
No, not Hitch for Hitch. One of our students, it took him 13 years to get through the course, and he wasn't very popular. Mr. Hitch was his lecturer, and they did anyway, and he had I'm sorry, and it was where you bury people, and not a cemetery. I'm sorry. Crematorium, yeah, crematorium.
Yeah.
And he designed this lovely crematorium, trying to follow Karl Langer, I suppose, of the one at Mount Gravatt. And here he had one of his drawings of all the niches. There's just in there a little one that said niche for Hitch. But who else would I've forgotten a little bit now who they were,
but you had lectures from Cummings and from Langer?
Yeah, Karl Langer was terrific. I mean, he did everything. He did town planning, he did architecture, and he did landscape architecture, all of them together. And I remember sitting next to him in Milton. The Institute of Architects had their quarters in Milton early in the piece, and we all said about 30 people there going for a meeting, and I was sitting next to Karl and talking away, and then everyone got talking about how to deal with extras and this, that and the other and so forth. Anyway, Karl started fuming, and he stood up and he said, "I have been coming to this institute for 30 years and not once have you spoken about architecture." He got up, left, and we never saw him again.